Welcome to the Shelby Sports Show, taking a look back at the past month of high school sports. We begin on the basketball court with the Eisenhower boys basketball team taking on New Haven. The Eisenhower boys hosted New Haven Tuesday, December 19th. Ike would inbound the ball to Braden Booza, who pulls up for two. Ike gets the first bucket of the night. Preston Crum in transition drops it off to a trailing Cody Raymond for the finish. Ike leads 7-3 middle of the first. Booza charges in, flips it up and fills it plus the foul. We're level at 9. After a 10-0 run by New Haven, Trey Richardson kicks it out to Ian Patterson for 3, and the rebound is tapped out with one more try by New Haven. After one, Ike trails 19-9. To the second now as Booza puts up a 3 and the putback is good by Alex Varner, but the Eagles still trail 25-11. Booza on the run here goes all the way in and scores. Eisenhower still with work to do, down 25-13 middle of the second. Booza again on the break pulls up and knocks it down. Eagles cut the deficit to 10. Booza goes twirling through the paint this time and gets the shot to drop. 30 seconds remain in the half and Ike trails by 7. One more look in the half for New Haven is offline, and we go to the half with Eisenhower trailing 25-18. In the third quarter, Booza sends it to Hayden Bills, whose shot spins out. The tap out goes to Booza, who hits the elbow jumper. New Haven leads 31-21. Final seconds of the third sees Booza go in for a layup and follows his own miss. The quarter ends with Eisenhower trailing 41-29. In the fourth quarter, Preston Crum pulls up for 3 and Hayden Bills is there for the putback and 1. Eagles trail 41-31. On the push, Crum finds Raymond, who goes up once, twice, 3 times for the score. He hits the free throw to make it 47-36. Booza bodies his way in, corrals his own miss, and gets the basket. Ike is down 8 late. Booza, forcing the issue, gets the finger roll finish. And another for him with 30 seconds left makes it 60-50 with 25 seconds to go. Booza would get one final tally for the night. New Haven would send the ball into the front court and run out the remainder of the time. Eisenhower falls at home 62-52 despite the stellar shooting from Braden Booza. Switching sides and taking a look now at the Utica Chieftains and how they've fared of late, starting with their game against Warren Woods Tower. The Utica Chieftains hosted Warren Woods Tower December 21st. The tip is controlled by the Chieftains. Sebastian Soriano tries a 3 and the putback is good by Ali Hassan. Hassan turns the corner on his defender and the follow-up is good by Luke Cottingham. It's 4-0. Numini Gwilly sets up a Mason Brody 3 and it's 9-3. Chieftains on the move get it to Hussein Nasser and he knocks it down. It's 22-12. Final chance for Tower in the first as the 3-ball comes up well short. After one, Utica leads 22-12. Mason Brody on the run here flips it and scores it. Then Utica finds Soriano for a mid-range jumper. Middle of the second, it's 26-19. Final seconds of the half, Soriano wants a 3, but it pops out. At half, Utica leads 33-21. Soriano connects with Brody for an elbow jumper. Then a far corner three for Hassan goes down. Chieftains lead 40-27 with 5:20 to play in the third. On the break, Brody feeds Soriano for 2. Then Tim Getz goes in himself. Chieftains get the takeaway, and this time it's Brody on the score. Chieftains now lead 50-29. Utica with the final look of the third doesn't go, and after 3, it's 52-34. Early in the fourth, here comes Cottingham for 2. Timeout Tower with Utica leading 64-37. Eddie Tomei goes up for 3 and banks it home. Chieftains by 30. Caston Rissman kicks it out for Owen Sulik, who rips the net for 3. The Utica bench having some fun in the final seconds of this one as they cruise to the 79-47 win over Warren Woods Tower. Well, the Chieftains, as you saw there, with a big win on their home floor, they kept it rolling at the start of the new year as they hosted the Ford Falcons. The undefeated Utica Chieftains hosted the Ford Falcons on January 4th. The tip is up and we're underway. Utica rushes it up the floor to Sebastian Soriano, who scores the first bucket of the game. Then Mason Brody pulls up for 3 and splashes it through. Chieftains take a 5-2 lead. Kick it to the corner for 3 for Soriano. It's 8-2 middle of the first. A baseline drive by Brody gets it to go, and 1. He'd knock down the free throw, and it's 11-4. He'd score again on the baseline, and suddenly it's 17-9 Utica. This time it's Luke Cottingham on the basket and 1. He hits the free throw, and our score is 20-9. At the end of the first, Brody gets off a three-pointer, but it doesn't go this time. After 1, it's 23-11. In the second, Tim Getz goes down the lane and scores. Chieftains lead 27-11. Then a bounce pass down low finds Cottingham for 2 on the assist from Soriano. Chieftains lead by 16. Ali Hassan lines up the corner 3 and gets the bounce to fall. It's 37-18 now. Mason Brody doesn't take his foot off the gas with time winding down in the half, and after 16 minutes the Chieftains lead 39-18. Into the second half, Brody hits the jumper for 2 and makes it 41-18. Then Hassan tries another corner 3 and it's through. Utica with a huge lead in this one. On an inbound, they get it to Cottingham, who lays it in with contact. It's 46-20. Soriano gets a step here and scores. Then Mason Brody leans back and fills it up for 2. After 3, it's 58-37. Hassan gets to the middle and scores. Utica holds a 60-39 advantage. Mason Brody is all alone here and he scores. It's all Utica late in this one. One final possession for Ford comes up empty and Utica runs out the time. They continue to roll with a 70-52 win at home. And one more game for you Chieftain fans. The Utica boys, again, just a few days after their game against the Falcons, hosted the Cousino Patriots. The red-hot Utica Chieftains hosted the Cousino Patriots January 9th. The opening tip is controlled by Utica. Sebastian Soriano finds a backdoor cutting Mason Brody for the lay-in. Moments later, the ball finds its way to Soriano, who scores on the floater. Then Brody scores in transition and gets the foul call. He knocks down the free throw, and it's 10-2. Newman Iguili has a look in the final seconds of the first, but it doesn't fall. After one, Utica leads 13-5. Excellent bounce pass to Brody for two. It's 15-7. Now Luke Cottingham charges in and scores. It's 19-7. Later on, a Utica inbound finds Cottingham for the two. Check out this pass from Ali Hassan to Brody. With 1 minute left in the half, it's 29-11. Final possession of the half, and the shot falls for Cousino, but they trail 29-17 at the half. To the third as Hassan goes with an up fake and gets the flip shot. Chieftains lead by 14. Stepping back for two goes Soriano, and he flushes it. Then seconds later, it's a 3-on-1 as Ali Hassan scores. Mason Brody turns at the free throw line and buries it. Inside of 2 to play in the third, it's 39-22. Cottingham ducks inside and scores off glass. Chieftains lead by 19. Brody works his way through the lane and scores. 30 seconds left in the third, and it's all Utica. But they weren't done in the third as Hassan scored again. Time winding down, Brody gets the strip and he rises for three at the buzzer, and it's in. After three, it's 48-22. Early in the fourth, Blake Dean scores a layup. Utica leads 52-24. Then Getz runs in and scores to put Utica up 56-24. The Utica reserves now in as Eddie Tomei knocks down the three, and the bench loves it. Utica flies to a 59-31 win to remain undefeated. Well, as we've seen in this episode, the wins starting to pile up for the Utica Chieftains. As of January 22nd, now 13-0 on the season, also 7-0 on their home floor. Coming up next, we'll check out the Eisenhower girls highlights next.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Welcome back on the Shelby Sports Show. As promised, we take a look now at the Eisenhower girls who hosted Troy Athens. The Eisenhower girls were back at home Monday, December 18th against Troy Athens. The tip is up and controlled by Ike. The ball gets scooped up by Gabriella Goikai, and she floats it in for two. Then Paige Hayes gets the lay-in to fall. One last try for Athens falls short. After one, Ike trails 7-6. In the second quarter, here comes Goikai down the lane again with the floater. Ike down 11-8. This sparked an Eagles run that included a score by Hayes. Then with the Eagles down 1, getting the deuce is Ava Goikai. It's 12-11 Eagles with 4:20 to play in the half. In transition, Natalia Stoichevsky gets a bucket and suddenly Ike leads 18-13 late in the half, when one final possession for Athens leads to a layup at the buzzer. Eisenhower heads to the half up 19-17. To the third quarter now, Eisenhower swings it around and Ava Goikai knocks down a three. Later, after a couple misses, Hayes buries the free throw line jumper. Ike trails 24-23. That wouldn't last as they get a layup from Tesla Vertoya to go back up 28-24. Quick ball movement again leads to a three from Gabby Goikai. It's 31-24 Eagles. Not to be outdone, move it over to Natalia Stoichevsky for three, and it's through. After three, Eisenhower leads 36-24. Into the fourth, Vertoya shows off the athleticism getting to the rim. Athens would respond with a three at the other end, and it's 38-31. With 2 minutes to play, Athens knocks down a free throw and picks up full court pressure. The Eagles break the press and find Vertoya for two. Final seconds for Athens here as the shot comes up short, and Eisenhower picks up a 51-40 win. A solid win at home for the Eagles girls on their home floor. Coming up on the other side of this timeout, we'll get to some hockey next.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Welcome back on the Shelby Sports Show. Final segment of this episode takes us from the hardwood to the ice rink as the Eisenhower Eagles hosted the Romeo Bulldogs, and as always, Zach Hamilla has more.
It's a Red Division rivalry matchup as the Eisenhower Eagles take on the Romeo Bulldogs. As Ike continues to struggle this season, the Eagles hope to find a surge against a soaring Bulldogs team that sits atop the standings. The Eagles would strike first early on. Brendan Chateau clears up the wing to beat Carson Hermani. Pinned into the boards, Nick Nachita digs the puck up along the doorstep for Sawyer Hotchkiss to bury it to make it 2-0 Eisenhower. Romeo would find their first major scoring chance. Drew Basha feeds a centering pass to Lincoln Lepasic, but Ryan Osupka keeps it scoreless for the Bulldogs. With time winding down in the first, Jacob Sherritt picks off Nick Weirs to snap in his first of the night and gives the Eagles 3 unanswered goals. With 3 goals allowed on 8 shots, the Bulldogs would pull Hermani and start the second period with Cameron Cyrus. Ike's pressure wouldn't ease up. Gianluca Varelli lobs the puck up to center ice to Sherritt for a breakaway and finds the back of the net to extend the Eagles' lead to 4. The Bulldogs attempt to finally find the back of the net. Drew Basha peels the puck from Adam Morrison, firing but only catching the iron. Romeo digs in deep to try to fend off Ike. Hotchkiss centers it to Quinn Pfeifenberger, but a big stop comes from Cyrus. With 7:41 left in the second, the Bulldogs finally light the lamp. Brody Meyer rips one from the blue line and beats the glove of Osupka. Moments later, Spencer Grzykiewicz sets Meyer up at the crease to give him his second of the night. Things would heat up for Romeo in the third. Basha finds a near breakaway, Osupka with the flying poke check. And somehow it still wouldn't go. Soon after, a scramble from the back of the net would allow Meyer to clinch his hat trick for the night and Romeo's third unanswered goal, cutting the Eagles' once commanding lead down to just one. But momentum would seem to halt for Romeo. Ike draws a power play as Alessandro Evangelista finds 2 minutes in the box for cross-checking. But the Eagles' power play unit couldn't capitalize. Grzykiewicz finds a lane to sweep the puck past Osupka's pads to complete the comeback for the Bulldogs. As Romeo seems to have caught the Eagles, the Bulldogs draw another cross-checking penalty to put Ike back on the power play. And this time, the Eagles would deliver. Sherritt rips a howitzer from the blue line and completes a hat trick of his own, putting the Eagles back on top 5-4, with just under a minute and a half left in the third. Nerves rack up with time ticking down as the Bulldogs hope to pull together another miracle to send the game into overtime. With an empty net and an extra man on the ice, Evangelista primes his backhand and scores with just 21 seconds left, sending this barn burner into extra minutes and leaving the Eagles in complete shock. Overtime saw ample scoring chances for Ike and Romeo. Borelli set Sherritt up in the slot for a wrister, but is stopped by Cyrus. For the Bulldogs, Evangelista slings a slap shot, but is denied by Osupka. But in the end, Ike and Romeo would prove evenly matched. The clock strikes 0, and the game ends in a tie, 5-5. Romeo takes the point and will remain atop the Red Division. As for the Eagles, the process is still in the works for them. The grit shown tonight will hopefully be a leading example for the change they've sought out for. This is Zach Hamilla, Shelby TV.
That'll do it for this episode of the Shelby Sports Show. We'll have more to come in the next few weeks, both over on Shelby TV and on Shelby TV on our YouTube channel as well.